Hey, welcome to my channel where I talk about dolls, and that's literally it. And in this video, I'm going to be unboxing my third holiday doll by American Girl, Glimmering Gold, who's new for 2025. And if some of you are wondering who my second doll was, because if you know my videos or my collection, you may think I only have the Pink Stardust doll from last year. But a few months ago, I actually got the 2021 doll, and I haven't had a chance to upload it because it was such a quick video that I thought, okay, when the Glimmering Gold doll comes out, if I like one of them, then I will just attach it there somewhere. So that's what I'll do. I'll etch in my 2021 doll near the end of the video, and then I'll come back and show all three dolls together. And I'm saying three, I actually have quite a few of the Pink Stardust doll, but I bought one to keep unopened, to keep her mint. And that's the same thing I did for the 2021 doll. And the same thing I'm going to do for this. So just giving you a little bit of a heads up that to those of you who, whenever you see that one Pink Stardust doll I have of Claudia and you're like, unbox her, I'm like, well, I have 6 others. So it's going to bother you a little bit that I'm just going to be enjoying some dolls that I like to be boxed the way they are, never opened. And something some of you may find interesting is that these dolls they're sold through the American Girl website and they don't ship internationally. I don't know if it's because they like to keep them exclusive to the States or if it's the Swarovski or whatever the case may be. What's changed this year, they've started putting some of them on Amazon Canada after they've been on the website for a bit. So usually I'm assuming it has to do with if the stock lasts long enough, then they'll make it to the Canadian side of Amazon. And what's interesting about that, because I'm in Canada, by the way, what's interesting about that is when the dolls, so far the dolls that they put on Amazon Canada, they're really, I keep saying really cheap when I talk about them being on Amazon Canada. I mean compared to how much we would pay in Canada if we were able to get them from the American Girl website. I believe the retail for these is $275, which probably translates to about $400. I'm honestly just guessing off the top of my head here. But the thing is, when these came to Amazon Canada, just making sure she's not upside down. She's upside down. So when these first hit the Amazon Canada, they're always cheaper, meaning if the retail Canadian after currency exchange is about $400, when these hit Amazon Canada, the same thing happened with Peaches and Cream. They were, I think, about $320, $340, somewhere around there. So almost $100 cheaper than if we did have access to buying them on the American Girl website. So it's kind of interesting that they've gone from not shipping to Canada at all to giving us an accidental bonus. And I think it's an accident because what seems to be happening, it's like I'm not trying to build suspense of can you guess which one I got, if it was the classic mold or the Josefina mold, but I'm just trying to show you as I'm talking. So now I will actually bring her out and I'll get to see her too and see how I feel about her in person. Let me just show you so you can stop guessing which one I got. There we go. It's the Josefina mold. I'm laughing because I complained so much about them using Josefina. She looks pretty good. It's always her eyes that weird me out a little bit. So bring her back. I'll take off the cover so you can see her better, but I just want you to know that, I want to keep her displayed with my unopened, I was about to say Claudie, but the Pink Stardust doll from last year and then the 2021 doll I'll show later. So what seems funny about the way the dolls are almost $100 cheaper when they first hit the Amazon Canada app is I think it has to do with, oh yeah, she looks really good. Her eyes look really, they're a little tiny bit off, but I'm just saying she's really pretty in person. I'll talk a little bit more about that as I go. So I have a feeling that when the dolls are, whoever is figuring out how much to charge the dolls, maybe there's they're lower because they haven't figured out exactly what the dolls should be charged in Canadian. And then maybe when the dolls pass customs, then they readjust. Maybe that's where it comes in, because it seems to be when the dolls are available and it says they'll be, buy it now and it'll be shipped or you'll receive it in about a week. To me, that means it's coming from the US and then it's going to cross the border. And then once it's available for next day shipping, like and almost any other thing that we buy on Amazon in Canada, then at that point, the price is now at that $420, $440 range. So it's almost $100 cheaper. And then once it's in Canada is when the price goes up. So I don't know if they're just trying to get some sales before, have some sales right away. And then once they're in Canada, they can enjoy them, or they can charge us a bit more because, I don't know, just my guess. Just want to pop her eye over a little tiny bit before I bring her up and show her to you, because no matter what, it's very hard to get a very perfect Josefina mold doll. But she is very pretty. And so I've seen people's, like on Instagram and stuff like that through social media, I've seen pictures of her open, and I thought she is really beautiful. And I hate to admit that a Josefina mold doll is beautiful. And the one thing that really sold me on her and made me sad that it was a mold that I really don't want to keep buying, even though they give me no choice because it's all they keep releasing. I was really in love with this wig, and it's a kind of a shame that you're seeing it in here because she's not open. But even the way she looks boxed, she's very beautiful. So I'm very thrilled to have her, to display with my other girls at the time of the holidays. And I'm just gonna look at her. Oh, it's stuck to the top. So she's number, can you even see anything? She's number 1545 of 13,000. And there are two dolls, as you know. There's a classic mold, Josefina mold doll. And they haven't stated, her dress is on her really weird. They haven't stated who, what the breakdown is. But judging by the dolls from the past, there are probably a lot more of the classic mold than of Josefina mold. So I just want to show you what I'm talking about. See, however, I will try to fix it later, but see how one shoulder is off? It's like the dress is just kind of off to the one side. And what do I have to say about the dress? Oh, the Swarovski all over it. I didn't realize that these were appliques, these stars. And they always have very beautiful jewelry, like it'll be metal, like the tiara is metal, the earrings are metal, and the purse has Swarovski on it. This year it's a moon. Last year it was a star. I'm looking over at my Pink Stardust Claudie because, like I said, I'm going to be showing them together in a little bit. And as I said, seeing her on social media, people having the doll open, sometimes redressed, really did convince me that she was a beautiful doll and, one that I would like to have in my collection. And, the price was right for a time being. The only regret I'm kind of having looking at her is as I mentioned already with the wig, and I'm just like, why didn't I just get a second one when the price was cheaper? What's that? Huh. Must be a Christmas miracle. Let's open it up and see what's inside. All right, let's see who looks a little bit better, because obviously I'm going to keep one in the box and open another one. And you may disagree with who I would keep boxed and who you would open. The first one I opened definitely has better eye placement, but this one, her dress is better, so now I'm kind of torn. But at least I get to show you the difference between good Josefina eyes, the rare ones, and bad ones, the common ones. And let's just stack everything up in front of me. Let's see if I can make her eyes look nicer before I turn her around. Yeah, it's fine. It's a little bit better. I didn't want to see you to see her at her worst, even though I probably should, since I'm always complaining, put my money where my mouth is. So I don't know if you looked at the way the shoulders were on the other dress. This one looks better in the box, the way at least the way her outfit is on. And so now I have to decide which one I would unbox. I'm having a feeling it's going to be the first one just because of the way the dress was. But I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have biased your opinion on that. I'm just letting you look at them before I take a minute to decide who I want to unbox. The longer I sit here and the more I scrutinize, the more I agree with my first choice of opening the first doll and leaving the second one in box. Show you one last time, because I've been trying to finesse them a little bit, see if everything really does hold up. And like I said, I'm looking for more and more flaws in the one I want to unbox. So this one here, if you look at her wig, I can't get it to sit. Like, it's kind of, parts are sticking up and things like that, and I can't get it to sit correctly. Whereas anything that looked kind of, I'm being extremely picky because of how I want to keep one boxed. So everything that was kind of sitting out of place, I was able to put back easily. So that's why I'm thinking this is going to be my mint girl. So let's put her back here for a minute. Oops, sorry, I messed up with Claudie's yo-yo. And let's give this one a go, because I'm going to unbox her, and now I can really show you the details of her outfit and her accessories. And I'm going to put her in a casual outfit, even though it's still the holidays. So I will probably eventually put her in a holiday outfit, but not this one, because I already have that one in the box, and I can just, like I said, because I'm going to unbox her, show you everything really up close and even scrutinize a little bit more for my own sake. And if you care at all about certificate numbers, the other doll is 3790. Very random, so that's why I don't really worry about the numbers at all. I'm trying to think of how I should do. So first things first, I got to cut out some of these threads to get at the actual doll. because I do want to keep, even though it's not like I would ever put her back in the box. I may not even, I may part with this outfit and everything else to do with it. I still want to open it nicely, especially if I am selling it on. Because, you only need one imperfect shape in her outfit. And I prefer to remove the tape on the back so that I can loosen these straps properly without stretching them. There we go. Okay, it's popping out. That was easy. And I just kind of want to show you how she looks coming out of these straps. Because I don't reckon a lot of people are going to be honest, I don't know how many of you, or not you, but collectors in general plan to get the holiday dolls because they're becoming a little samey. And I have to be honest, the dolls from last year have gone on sale so many times. It took a lot of, let's say, sale prices. There we go. That was really hard to get undone. To get the dolls to finally sell. And Claudia is still available, but Josefina just sold out recently. And the pink Stardust dolls tended to go on sale for 20% off each time. It might have even reached higher sales than that. And that was the thing about these dolls, the ones on Amazon Canada being like $80 to $100 cheaper, is that kind of would be the 20% off, maybe a little bit more sale price. If when these inevitably go on sale because there are just too many of them, I think this is the closest we in Canada could get to the sale price, because even if the dolls do go on sale for 30% off, like a little bit more than what this sale was, there's still a question of shipping them to Canada and maybe, having to have somebody help you out or a third-party forwarding service. So this really is the cheapest we would ever be able to get these dolls, aside from crossing the border and doing things like that. But even that, could be gas and stuff like that. I'm not trying to justify paying the Amazon Canada price for them. I'm just saying it is probably the best deal that a Canadian could get for these particular dolls. Okay, was that enough? Is she finally free? She has all these extra straps that I'm not used to having to undo. Is that it? Are you out? Because I still have to undress her before I can even look at this wig that's getting caught up in that little neckline or neck strap holder. Much better. And it doesn't feel quite as tenty as the last ones. And I didn't realize there was a pattern underneath. Oh, I guess it kind of feeds through. You can kind of see it through the mesh. I will bring her back up. I'm just trying to get a sense for it. Yeah, this feels a lot better quality than last year's, the Pink Stardust dolls. Having so many of them, I was kind of disappointed in the way that the pieces felt in person. Do you want to know something so stupid? I unboxed the wrong doll. I unboxed the one with the better. So her wig didn't look as good boxed, but her dress was straight. So I'm gonna have to try to straighten out the dress, and I couldn't straighten out the. That is so funny how I did that. Well, you know what? I opened up the doll I was meant to. So for all of you who thought I was opening the wrong doll, maybe it's your fault, even though this already happened before you saw it. So anyway, let me bring her forward, even though I can barely move here, just to show you a little bit of the materials. I'm going to take off the dress, but I just want to show it how it looks on her before I do all that. And of course, I'm not going to take out her hairnet until I've made more progress with unboxing her. All right, I feel a little better now having cleaned up. Now we can look at Geneva. I think that's her name, Geneva, and her accessories. So first things first, I want to bring her closer to show you her earrings because, at least her hair is still pulled back so you can see them pretty clearly. I know the sparkle doesn't pick up on camera, but it does sparkle a lot in person, especially because I have so many lights around me. I can show you her purse now. All right, so that's how it works. I noticed I was pulling it out. They managed to hide the star label or tag back here. It's got a metal clasp, I guess, to go on her wrist, so a little wristlet. The star here has sparkles or glitter, thick glitter, chunky glitter glued to the shape of the star, and a few Swarovskis. I'm counting 5, 6. And again, it doesn't pick up the sparkle. If anything, it looks like the foil of the purse is shinier, but that's not the case at all in person. Then we've got her tiara over here. It's metal again, so it's got some weight to it, some heft, and just different size Swarovskis to fill out the different stars that are in there. I haven't taken off her hairnet yet, so maybe we'll put that on in a minute. And her bracelet, which is the same thing, same kind of, it's all the star and moon motif, so you probably can picture how it is even though I'm showing you up close. All right, I'm gonna get her bracelet on, then we can finally take off the hairnet. I'm going to do it before I change her. Maybe I'll have to put it back on afterward. Fingers crossed she's got a good wig under here. Because that's the thing, you never know what you're getting with their wigs. It's just when you open it, it's almost like there's a little bit of a relief to leaving it boxed. And I can't even figure out where does this hairnet even begin? So many curls. But that's what I was trying to say, that sometimes you feel better about leaving their hairnets on because you never know what you're getting underneath. But I'm sure even if it does come out a little funny, it could be, where did it go? I can't find this hairnet. Sorry, that's as good as you're going to get it because it's so camouflaged in her hair and it's probably stuck on some stuff. I did cut away to try to figure it out, and I don't know if the camera's going to pick up how entwined this hairnet is with her hair. I've never seen anything like this. I don't know what, so I just think it's really wrapped in there. Maybe the hairnet ripped, and I'm probably just going to have to cut it out and hope for the best. Scary. I guess I had to cut hair to get the hairnet out because it was so tangled. There was no other choice. And by the time I pulled this the way I did, there was this long strand of hair anyway that didn't match the rest of her wig, so it's fine. She's got a lot of hair, so it's not the end of the world. But I just wanted to explain to you the process. And now I'm wondering, did I open the right doll? Should she have just been, oh, she's looking really pretty now that her hair is coming out. But yeah, her hair definitely would take some playing with to get the curls. I'm not even showing you how she looks yet. I guess I'm being a little protective of my doll. But anyway, here's how she looks, and it is definitely going to take some work. Her hair on, and I'm saying that as someone who loves the wig, and that's really what I liked the best about the doll. So it's something I feel it's worth it to try to get her hair looking really good. But maybe she's the one who should have stayed in the box. So anyway, let me bring her a little bit closer and you can get a little feel for the wig yourself. Like, she's really pretty because of the wig. And it's almost like Moana's behind me if you look all the way over there. It's I don't want to say an improved version because Moana has a really beautiful wig too. It's just like I don't know, a limited edition version of the Moana wig because it does feel like it is on a limited edition level. Well, I'm just reacting with, my first impressions, and maybe it's going to take more than just a little bit of work to fix the wig because there are some rogue curls. I'll just have to place them somewhere. I don't want to cut the wig too much because, and I know I'm spending too much time on this, but this is what I was most excited about for this doll. So it's like, oh no, the most exciting feature is not so exciting once I've opened it. And again, I'm going to spend some time with her and I'll like her. I probably won't spend enough time with her before I upload this video, but just know that this isn't the end of my feelings. But yeah, let me start changing her, and that might make me feel a little better too. But anyway, here, let me just start undressing her, or redressing her. Undressing sounds so weird. And for shipping, they usually put this elastic band on the necklace, so it just takes a little bit of a little moment to get it undone. Just letting you know. Most of you would probably be aware by now, and now I can show you the necklace a little. It's all the same stuff. It's all the same star with a Swarovski in the middle, or the center of the star. I'll write about that after, because I'm not putting her jewelry back on her. I actually have another pair of earrings that I want for her to wear, just because it'd be weird if I try to put her in a little bit of a casual outfit. And then she's got these really, really fancy earrings. Are they glued in? They're so hard. They're so tight. They're hard to remove. Yeah, it's an unusual experience. Okay, so it is a one solid piece as well. I was also wondering, because sometimes, wow, this is a really tight earring. Sometimes these drop earrings are like a dangly piece so there would be like a stud and then something that dangles, but they're really nice. The earrings are really nice. The jewelry, I will always give it up that at least it's real metal, and you could probably hear the disappointment in my voice over her wig before I came back to take off her to redress her. I was trying my best to figure it out. I think I just have to trim some things, and that's definitely something. But here's the one bright side, and I have to try to be positive. It's just my defense mechanism, is that because I feel this way right now, I think once I get her fixed up, I'm going to feel all that much more accomplished. Not that I feel like I should have to do that for even though it was what I described as what did I say it was? Like $340 doll. Oh my God. The doll should be perfect. And I think that's where I'm just having a little bit of disappointment here. Oh, I can show you the shoes now that I'm unboxed one. Ooh. So it's all the same stuff, just so you know. It's the same star, but they're very nice. They're very nice sandals, and I think even if you didn't want to keep your doll dressed like this and you did want to open or unbox her, this could look cute with other outfits as well. All these pieces, if you didn't want to have her in this big gown all the time, which I can understand not wanting to. I bought her to undress her right away. I have noticed that I've gotten most of my limited edition dolls that I've gotten, they have a really good body match. Like the vinyl to the cloth body is a good match. And she looks, yeah, she looks pretty good too. I feel like my Claudie, and I have so many of them, I feel like their match was maybe a little bit better, but that's only because I'm scrutinizing this girl really hard, just because I'm making a video. Somebody spotted in her wig. Oh, she has a unique underwear color, and I always love getting a unique underwear color. Once again, trying to point out any positives I can right now, and just a little, a little spritz of water or something might might help me settle her down a bit more, and enjoy the beauty of everything, not just her wig. So I'm just trying to get this buckled up so I can bring just the dress close, and you can see the layers. It does make a little bit of noise, the way I was saying how the dress last year had a really like tenty feeling, parachutey feeling to a lot of the layers. This doesn't feel like that. So this feels definitely a lot nicer. I shouldn't say a lot nicer. It just feels a little bit softer actually. It's smoother, and maybe because the foil print that you're seeing there, it does feel better. And I like that it's gold. It's not as nauseating as all the pink that they've been doing. And it's a little bit more classic, even though I know it's very Barbie because Mattel owns Barbie and American Girl. Okay, time to see her in a casual outfit, which I think will warm me up a little bit better. It's going to be a mix and match of Maple Leaf pieces. They're all Alexi's pieces. Alexi is the Toronto girl, and so I feel a little bit partial to her, not just because she's from Toronto, but because orange is her favorite color. And most of these pieces, well, the purse and the shirt are orange, and then she's got these boots. I have two pairs of these boots with a third pair on the way because I love them so much that I can't. Two wasn't even enough. So yeah, they look really good on both American Girl and Maple Leaf. So I just feel like anytime I come across these boots, greedy me is going to just buy them all up. And then this skirt is from an outfit called Mostly Metro. I only have the skirt. The shirt's on the way. And this is a jacket of Alexi's that I've shown on, I've shown them all on here, all these pieces on here before. And this jacket was something that came by itself. I think it's called like Denim Dream, something like that. And then inside the purse, which is a sort of felty, velvety feeling kind of purse, I have Alexi's original hair clips, what came with Alexi's original meet outfit. And I'm hoping that they will help me with her hair because she's got gold in her makeup. So I think that's going to look nice with it's going to bring out the golds, sort of, always feel like this is like a lion mane. And then this is cheetah or leopard. I feel like it's cheetah and then the gold trim. So I just feel like it's going to bring all her colors together very nicely and help me get over my my juvenile upset about her not being absolutely perfect. Since I've already had all these pieces on American Girl before, there's no surprise to me of how well they're all going to fit. I'm already feeling that she's going to look a lot better. This is not just me trying to overcompensate for acting like such a little baby about her wig. She'll be fine. It is so funny that I'm in the process, as you can see by looking at the dolls behind me, of putting all my dolls in Christmas outfits. And here I am buying a Christmas doll. And I don't know if I actually didn't make it clear at all that I had her. I think I said that I had these dolls for, I don't know, for at least a month, but I was waiting until the holiday season drew a little bit closer so that I can have, like a holiday content. But also I wasn't in the mood to open up a holiday doll. I wanted to feel like it was the beginning of Christmas. Whereas when I got the Claudie ones last year, I wanted to open as many as I could right away because I wanted to do customs and stuff like that. But what I was saying is it's ironic that I'm buying an actual holiday doll or opening an actual holiday doll and immediately putting her in a casual outfit. But little did I know that it was hopefully going to be an improvement over the way she arrived. I can't wait any longer. I got to try to fix this a little bit just so I can make her look good. Not just for me to feel better, but just so you can see her looking a little bit better too. Okay, you want to know something? She's coming along. I've been working really hard at this just to make sure I feel a lot better before this video is done. And I need a few more minutes. So while I finish getting her sorted, why don't I head into another segment in which I'll be unboxing the 2021 Winter Princess doll, Sonali version. And for anyone who can't tell by looking at it, because I was strict, this is what the boxes used to look like, the limited edition dolls. So when I first saw this on my doorstep, because I bought this secondhand, obviously, I was like, oh, good, it's not in the original box, so I can throw it away. Because the thing about original boxes is I feel compelled to keep them. Like, it's part of the story. Not that I plan on ever reselling, like I keep things only to resell them, but it just makes me feel like, oh, if I ever did, back in my mind, then I can have an easier way to ship them. But that's really not the main purpose. It's just because I get so anal retentive about holding on to everything about the dolls. And what a waste of time to tell you all that. Because, you know, it is, I'm excited to get this doll. See, and before I unbox her, I've had this doll recommended to me because I have, at this point, only the Pink Stardust doll, Claudie mold, like 7 versions of her, but I've customized her. And people always said, you should really get that doll. She looks really nice. But the thing about Sonali, the Sonali mold, is she often has one eye up and one eye down. Like, they're never placed the same. Even my limited edition Jasmine doll, which was so disappointing. So the good thing about me looking for her kind of casually over the last couple of years is you're buying her secondhand, so you know what you're going to get. And this one, not only does she have great eye placement from what it looked like in the pictures, she was so cheap. I don't think I'll ever get so lucky to get a limited edition American Girl doll for under $200. And I'm sure I'm sure it's easy to get deals in the States, but in Canada, dolls like that, you don't really get good deals on limited edition dolls. So anyway, I was a little relieved to realize it is her box. That means she's probably packaged really well in here. Because the other funny thing about this doll is I don't want to open her. And I know that's sad for some people because even my one Claudie mold Pink Stardust doll that I've kept sealed, people will often comment, oh, you need to free her. And it's like, I have her free 7 other times. It's just this one that I want to keep minty fresh so I can always have that magical feeling when I look at her. So yeah, they've kept everything, which means I have to too. Not that I want to buy something incomplete, but there's just a little, oh, they even put her tissue back on. She never, oh no, was this not the actual doll? This looks never opened. Like, look how pristine the tissue is. Now I'm nervous. They couldn't have gotten this tissue back on that nicely, unless it's new tissue. Yeah, they must have put this on themselves because it's super duper nicely taped and stuff like that. So anyway, I got a little nervous thinking I might get one of those one up, one down eyes that Sonali often has. So anyway, wish me luck, because if it's not her, I'll be so disappointed. Well, I'll be not so disappointed. I'll just be a little sad that it's not the one I thought I was getting. Because like I said, that's the only hold up I've had on not getting hers. Because, you know, if you look at eBay listings, you can look at the different options available. Am I saving? I hate when I do this. I did this when I opened my very first unboxing on here. I opened my limited edition Jasmine doll, and I was so prim and proper, cutting open all the tape, and then I just ripped off the paper, and I'm doing it again. But at least I got a comment. You know what? I'm ripping it off. I don't think this is the original paper anyway. I think they just got nice paper and put it on, because there's not this much paper. Just made you sit through all that taping, cutting for no reason. All right, let's see. Let's hope it's the girl. Let's hope it's the one. Okay, just so you know, she's a little bit of her dress is all sitting in funny tiers. Okay, this should not be this difficult. I thought this was going to be a really quick and easy video. Okay, it is. It's just that I'm dramatic. All right, are you the same one? Yeah, I think it's the same one. I mean, her eyes are never going to be perfect. Well, that's not true. I have some dolls that are not completely perfect. And also, you know, because she was so cheap, I had to read the description like 30 times. It says new in box, never opened. And her arm came loose. I'm not saying that means she's been opened. I'm just saying I was nervous, but it is the same doll. You know, her legs are all funny. She's all standing in there pigeon-toed. So anyway, let me bring her up now that I've opened her. What a silly video. As if this is some big, brand new, exciting thing for you to see. She looks pretty, right? I'm looking at her on the monitor. She looks gorgeous. I've been tentatively excited about getting her. because like I said, that price was too good to be true. And now I'm taking her in. She's absolutely beautiful. And yes, to everyone who has suggested her, I did have her, what's the word? Softly on my list. It was like, if I saw a good one. Oh, she's not very pink. She's more like rose gold, huh? And you know, I'm saying that because the only other holiday doll that I mentioned already having is Claudie. And like, look at the difference. Not even, this doesn't even look pink anymore. At least on my monitor. But no. So that's right. But there's another reason why I was really excited about the timing of this doll being available at such a good price and the doll looking good. I swear I'm gonna be like popping in to look at her eyes every once in a while to make sure they're okay. They're not perfect, but they're not Josefina bad. So anyway, what I was saying is at the time that I bought her, we got leaks of the new holiday doll that's coming out in probably this fall, probably in a week, knowing American Girl how they release everything all at once. And because I really like the outfit on the doll that's coming in the future, whenever this year. But I'm hoping that the rumors are true that there'll be a second doll, and I'm hoping especially that it won't be the Josefina mold because they've already done so many Josefina mold dolls this year, and even limited edition dolls in the past. So I'm really hoping it's a doll that I'll like enough to want to buy the new version of the doll, to buy the new holiday doll. And so I thought, okay, if this is the year, then I'll have 3 dolls that can go together. Because when you look at this is the wrong doll, when you look at the new doll, she's got a moon purse, she's got a star purse, and she's got, this could be like a sun, right? It's just round. I know I'm really reaching here to make them all go together very cohesively. But anyway, I'm happy that I finally have her. And all the Swarovski, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, is what I was really excited to get her for too. And I didn't have much to say in this video, so you know what? I don't think I'm going to have a reason to upload this anyway. So maybe if that doll, the holiday doll, I do end up liking the second version of her, I can just tack this on at the end and then bring them all 3 out together. That's my wishful thinking right now. So even though I'm not uploading this, I'm still kind of putting out in the universe for it not to be a Josefina mold doll. I've watched this age really badly. Oh no, what if I'm putting on the universe and then it is? And then it's my fault, technically. Anyway, so, okay, I know when I came back, I was supposed to be showing you the 3 holiday dolls together, and I will, but I wasn't expecting to have a little bit of a, not a breakdown, but a little bit of an upset or disappointment with Geneva. But I have been working very hard to make her look nice, so of course I want to show you her first before I move on to the other dolls, and I'm glad that I took this time so that I can end this on a more positive note with her, because she is actually very beautiful. Her hair is, I would say it's not much for hair play. Just you may want to, unless you get a doll with a better wig or you're better at hair play than I am, but you kind of just want to get it into a style that suits you and put her up on a shelf and just admire her beauty. But she is very beautiful when you get to that point. So here is Geneva with her hair fixed, her outfit changed, and I don't know, I'm kind of feeling like maybe because it took a little bit of an effort to get her to look like this, maybe I won't be dressing her up for Christmas this year. And I don't have to have every doll dressed for Christmas, especially a doll I have 2 of and one already is dressed for Christmas. And I lied, I hadn't tried this jacket on an American Girl doll before. I'd only tried it on Maple Lee dolls. And I love it so much that I always have to have it on someone. And I think because the girl who was wearing it is now dressed for Christmas, I had to put it on Geneva. And I'm glad I did, because I do feel a lot better. And she is very beautiful. And I'm sure the more that I get more comfortable with her hair, I'll feel better. I just want you to know that before I show you the last of the 3 girls together, I do feel good about this doll. I just shouldn't have had to go through that kind of work. I shouldn't have had to go through that stress or that the disappointment, let's say. And another thing about the 2021 doll, I've had time to sit with her, so I've improved her a little bit too, because there were things about the way she displayed in the box that I wasn't in love with, and I'll explain it as soon as then I'm going to get the other dolls. See, I mentioned when I was unboxing her that her arms had come loose in the box. I think it was just through time and traveling and stuff like that. I don't think that she was ever open. She doesn't feel like that. So I wanted to fix that first and foremost, but I also tried to fix the curl on her left side because I found it very scraggly. I don't know. It didn't look as full or as nice as the other curl, and it's not as much hair, so I can't get it to look as nice. But I did fix it a little bit. I did get to work on it and make her look better. At least I think so. And then there's one last thing I want to improve about her. I'm thinking about sort of unboxing about her. She's the only one who has these, what look like casts on her legs. And I'm just going to show you. See down here, like nobody else has the styrofoam that makes her look like she sprained ankles or something. So I don't know. I'm toying with the idea of removing those just because I do like the way these dolls look boxed. So that's why I don't really want to, I don't plan to open them up. And I honestly don't, I like the doll, I've wanted her, but I don't like her enough to constitute having another one. But I do like the idea of having all three girls together, and I don't know exactly what order they should be displayed in, but so these are my three holiday dolls. And I know they've done quite a few more. I don't think I would ever chase down the Shimmering Silver. I feel really weird talking the back of the boxes. I don't think I would ever chase down the Shimmering Silver or the Nanea one, the Peacock doll, Splendor, whatever she's got. I don't remember all their names, but I think as far as the holiday gown dolls go, these are the only ones I want right now, and I don't know what they'll release next year, the year after. Hopefully they'll get a little bit away from the Barbie doll feel, because American Girl can be its own thing. And even though this is a very Barbie thing to do, to have limited edition holiday dolls, they could still do it in their own way. And I think they have done that a couple times. I know the Toy Soldier doll doesn't really count because she was a collaboration rather than an actual holiday doll. And these are part of that line of dolls. So I'm hoping that they can get a little bit more adventurous. I mean, nothing wild and over the top, but just something that doesn't feel so. Even I'm looking at them on the monitor, there's something similar about them because they're all, very gown dolls with a tiara and a purse. So it doesn't always have to be that. And I know it's not always that, but well, I guess it kind of is. So that's all I'm saying is I'm really happy that I have these. And my Geneva, I've warmed up to her. I've had to work to warm up to her. So I feel like that my energy in this video wasn't very good, but I want you to know that I know I'm going to be able to bond with her a little bit better. And that's the unfortunate thing about doing an unboxing and then uploading right away, is I don't always have the time to let my doll settle in. But I have other videos recorded, so I'm just going to have to live with it like this. Let me get her. Because the one thing I do appreciate about the limited edition dolls is that they do have these unique features, like the wigs that they're not going to repeat them. Maybe in this case, it's a good example. It's a good thing. I'm teasing now, but because I do really like that they give unique features, things like that. And I like the little wings of makeup, of glitter makeup, because it's so subtle to me. And I do think they try their I don't know if it's their best, but they do try to make the doll, as far as they're willing to go, feel more lush, and they include features that are a little bit rarer. And there is a character in her face that I don't think any of my other Josefina mold dolls have. So I do like that about her. And, having her dressed this way, I have warmed up to her. I'm just trying to make this sound a little better than it did before. Anyway, so in closing, let me show you them up close again. So here's one. I don't have any qualms with her because she's boxed and I didn't remove her hairnet. So of course she looks really good. But it's funny, huh? How the one I wanted to open was this one. And then I ended up opening this one because her wig looked kind of funny in the hairnet. And it looks even funnier out of it. But my problem is I put so much weight on the wig, I think is what it was. I was so infatuated with how the wig looked that I was putting so much pressure on, and I think that's all it comes down to. So now I'm going to adjust, and I will love, I do love the doll. I'm just saying I will love her more as I get to spend more time with her. That's all. I'm just being a little suck or a brat or whatever. And it's the holidays, so just know that everything's going to be fine. I'll show you her. Let me bring her up close one more time just so you can see that she really is beautiful, and have faith in the fact that I'm going to love her just as much as my most beloved dolls. So having said all that, thank you for hanging out with me in what I'm considering my holiday kickoff video, because I do have several more planned over the next few weeks because the holidays are here and it's a really fun time to talk about dolls and to dress up dolls and, show off dolls. And even though my next video is not holiday or Christmas related, I'm really excited for those of you who are interested in it to watch it, because it was a lot of fun recording and it's only a few days away. So I hope you enjoy holiday content because, like I said, more are coming. So thank you for hanging out with me in this video, and hopefully I'll see you soon in the next one.